Welcome to my YouTube channel, Mindful Journey. A warm welcome to everyone tuning in. Today we delve into a phenomena we've all witnessed, the darkening of clouds before it rains. Picture this, an ordinary day suddenly transforming, the sky darkening, signaling an approaching storm. We've all seen it, felt it, but have you ever stopped to ponder why? What causes this shift from fluffy white to ominous gray? Today, we'll be exploring the scientific magic that makes this happen. Ever wondered why this happens? Stay with us as we unravel the science behind this fascinating spectacle. Before we dive in, let's understand what clouds are made of. Clouds are not just fluffy, white cotton-like structures that float in the sky. They are, in fact, composed of tiny water droplets or even tinier ice crystals that have come together. This happens when water vapor in the atmosphere cools down and condenses. Now, you might wonder why clouds appear white or sometimes gray. The secret lies in how these water droplets or ice crystals interact with sunlight. Sunlight is a mix of colors, and when it hits the cloud, it gets scattered in all directions, making the cloud appear white. But not all clouds are white. Some are gray or even dark. This is because in thicker clouds, less light makes it through, changing the color from white to gray or even black. So, we've established that clouds are essentially masses of water droplets or ice crystals. Now, let's see how this plays into their color change. So, onto the main question. Why do clouds darken before it rains? Let's dive into the fascinating science behind this phenomenon. When you look up at the sky, you'll notice that not all clouds are created equal. Some are thin and wispy, while others are thick and fluffy. But what makes them darken before a downpour? The process begins with the cloud accumulating more and more water. As it does so, it grows thicker and denser. Now, imagine the sun's rays trying to pierce through this increasingly dense cloud. It's a bit like trying to see through a thick curtain, isn't it? The denser the cloud becomes, the harder it is for sunlight to penetrate through it. This is where our old friend, the science of light, comes into play. When sunlight encounters a cloud, it doesn't just pass through unimpeded. Instead, it interacts with the water droplets inside the cloud. Some of the light is absorbed, some is reflected, and some is scattered in different directions. It's this scattering of light that gives clouds their typical white or light gray appearance. However, as a cloud becomes denser and thicker, fewer and fewer rays of sunlight can make it through. This means less light is scattered, and consequently, the cloud appears darker to us on the ground. It's also worth noting that the size of the water droplets within the cloud plays a role in this process. Larger droplets absorb more light, contributing to the dark appearance of the cloud. This is often a sign that the cloud is saturated with water and ready to release it as rain. So in essence, the transformation of a cloud from white to dark gray is a visual cue, a signal from nature that rain is on the way. It's a complex interplay between water, light, and the atmosphere that results in this fascinating phenomenon we witness almost every day. So, the darkening of clouds is essentially a game of light, or rather, the lack of it. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today. Clouds, those fluffy white formations we often see in the sky, are more than just a picturesque sight. They're made up of tiny water droplets or ice crystals that have clumped together around dust particles in the atmosphere. Then, we delved into the fascinating world of light and color. We discovered that the color of clouds is largely influenced by sunlight and the process of light scattering. When sunlight hits the clouds, it gets scattered in every direction. This scattering of light is more effective at shorter wavelengths, like blue and violet. However, we perceive clouds as white because our eyes are more sensitive to light at longer wavelengths, like red, orange, and yellow. But what happens when clouds turn dark? Well, it all comes down to the thickness and density of the cloud. When a cloud gets thicker and denser, as it does before a rainstorm, it scatters more light. This means less light reaches the bottom of the cloud, making it appear darker to us on the ground. It's a clear sign that rain is on the way. So Next time you see those dark clouds rolling in, you'll know exactly what's happening up there in the sky. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to exploring more scientific phenomena with you.